Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm grateful for you to be here because I know your time is very busy. I wanted to share something today about my journey of self-awareness. I started this journey a few years back and it was life-changing for me. Um, but what brought it about was because I started to notice patterns and everything in my life, and I was just thinking like, what's going on here? Like, why is this stuff steady happening? Why am I steady having these type of relationships with people and stuff like that? So that's when I knew it was time to dig a little deeper. And during this process, I have had so many synchronicities and revelations that have opened my eyes up to view life differently. And not sure if anybody will be able to relate to this, but this is my whole purpose of recording this video because, I have noticed along my journey that, you know, I have experienced people, talking about things that they didn't like in their life over and over and over again. And I was just thinking, like, clearly this person is not aware of these habits or these beliefs, or these behaviors, and it's okay, that's how I was. I was just, floating through life, experiencing different experiences, but not really aware of the patterns that was happening. And I just look at this as very life changing for me. Relationships don't change, the way I have viewed the world don't change. Um, the way I had a relationship with money and just a whole lot of other things. But some of the main things that I will start off by sharing, because I'm going to try to keep this video short because I'm new to this YouTube and I'm learning as I go. Okay. We just stepping out on faith, letting that fear go, and just learning as we grow. So one of them was my habits, my daily habits of how I was spending my time. And I was noticing that I had these same routines of talking to the same people and doing the same things that wasn't really giving me the results that I wanted. So I can be spending hours gossiping on the phone. And I will always, because I'm always like really upbeat and positive, but I was noticing like sometimes when I talk to certain people, my vibrations would just be drained and low. So I was just like, not really putting it together, but then I was carrying that energy along throughout my day and maybe watching different shows that was draining energy, making me feel that low vibration. And just with being in that low vibrational state, it was making me think low. It was making me produce results from a low vibrational state. So this is why I wasn't seeing a lot of the results that I wanted to see. So I'm like, okay, that was one of the things that like really started this process. And it also made me aware of how I was investing my energy into things that didn't really serve no purpose. How is this making me grow? And just really, paying attention to the people that I had sitting at my table. How are they characteristics? What is their beliefs like? What is their habits like? Because that makes a difference too. How are you spending your time every day? Who are you spending your time with? those things made me very, very aware. And in this process, as I was growing and learning through reading different books and creating a sacred practice with myself by sitting in stillness and meditating and working on my mindset with, reading different books and taking up seminars and, looking at different YouTube videos of people talking about how self development and self awareness is part of the key to life. You create your own life. And a lot of the times where, when life is not going the way we want it to, we blame others. And that was like a little that was a place that I was in back then, blaming different people and not really acknowledging, can't blame these people. I control who I choose to invest my time and energy with. And I can control what it is that, I want to invest my energy in. It was just that my focus wasn't on the right things, and becoming aware of that, it changed who I interact with. Having pointless conversations that was going nowhere. It stopped me from gossiping and, just having low vibrational conversations and entertaining that, somebody calling me and want to talk about Ray Ray and Day Day. Listen, that's not none of my business. I started to mind my business and just focus on things that kind of made me happier and just feel more fulfilled. So, that was a big thing for me. So one of the things was, like I said, becoming self-aware of your habits. Just sit with yourself. If you don't know what they are, take a few days and I was just writing down, things that I noticed for like 3 days straight. And then I started to work on those different areas and kind of digging deep and, figuring out why was I doing these things. And that also opened up another area of self-discovery with working on my shadow self, past beliefs from childhood, growing up, different environments that I was in and stuff like that. Sometimes we pick up other people's beliefs and the way others think, and we kind of make it our own. So, just becoming aware that I am not certain things. I am not my past. And just because I, experience different things, you don't have to carry that throughout your life. Working through those past challenges and not holding them on, letting them things just go and working through that and acknowledging those shadow things that's within us that we lay dormant and don't really want to raise to the surface, because it's like, okay, you don't really want to have to think about some of those things or go through it and dissect it and see what it is that you're still carrying from that experience. So, becoming self-aware of your daily habits, choices, decisions, routines is very, 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 very crucial to your creation of the life you're living every day. And so the next one was my limited beliefs. I used to have that go-getter mindset and that, very encouraging and enlightened, positive mindset early on in life. But then when life challenges and situations started, it started to create these limited beliefs in making a belief system within myself of feeling fear, holding myself back, procrastinating, and just doing things that wasn't creating the results that I felt like I wanted. Prime example, it was, I knew that I really had a passion to do other things, but then in my mind I said, oh, well, I would just go ahead and just work multiple jobs if I felt like, you know, I wanted to build up a certain amount of money instead of thinking about ways of how I can invest in myself to be able to produce value or and be able to set my foundation up, much stronger with, because I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I was just afraid of taking those steps because of judgment and doubt and just the environment that I was in. Really, nobody was talking about really being an entrepreneur, not really knowing much about it. And so just stepping away from, your old ways of thinking and developing new ways of thinking and new beliefs within yourself, and digging deep, going within, learning more about yourself through meditation and journaling, and just having yourself around people with the same type of goals and belief systems, because like my life coach say, iron sharpens iron, so when you have different people at your table that's you providing value to and they providing value to you too, y'all gonna feed off each other, and you're gonna fire new ideas, and you're gonna step outside of that comfort zone, and you're just gonna believe more in yourself, and knowing that with the stuff that you're seeing that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, you can really do what it is that you want to do, and just step outside of that box and just go for it. So that was two things that I noticed when I had started to develop self-awareness. And then when it came to my weight loss journey, that really helped as well, because I started to notice that I was an emotional eater back then, and diets and things like that I was trying and stuff. This is why, oh yeah, you can lose 20, 30, 40 pounds, but then as soon as you finish that diet, you wind up gaining that weight back, probably extra, because you're not noticing the patterns of what you're doing, So once I started to notice those patterns and notice that, yeah, a diet is only going to be a temporarily fix, because I have to work on being able to ground myself and become emotionally intelligent, because if that's not under control, yeah, I can go on a diet. I can do whatever it is to help me lose weight, but it's only going to be a temporary factor, because the root of the cause was I ate out of being emotional whenever, my emotions was raised, whether I was excited or mad or frustrated or upset, the choices and foods that I would pick will be a temporary fix, and then it will lead to feeling crappy, maybe mentally and physically, eating chemically processed foods and stuff like that, and it was just not producing the results that I wanted. So I had to go in deeper on being aware and being more in tune with my body and understanding about the emotions that I was experiencing. And I also learned along the process that I'm an empath, and that I absorb energy from people, and, on a higher level, and this is why when I was having those conversations with people. It would just emotionally and just mentally drain me after I talked to these people, because these people was dumping all of their day, or it was just no boundaries, and having those healthy boundaries really matter. That's another thing that I became aware of, was that I didn't have healthy boundaries with people, and just in life, period. And that was, something that I was just allowing myself to socialize with just some everybody, and that's not what you want to do. You don't want to, well, I ain't gonna say you don't want to, because I'm a people person. I love interacting with different walks of life. But what I mean is that um, having a boundary to know your limits of what you're willing to accept from people, and what you are allowing to come through your ears, what you're seeing, how you invest in your time and energy into these people, because some people are just out for themselves, and some people, you know they just floating around life, and they not intentionally trying to drain you or nothing like that, but they don't have healthy boundaries themselves. So it's just very important that you have this awareness of boundaries when it comes to things in your life, because it will help you so much. This video, just wanted to just let you know that this video is not to tell nobody what to do. It was basically that, things that I noticed within myself that helped me along my way. And I've been helping family and friends with just encouragement and things that I have picked up along my journey that can possibly help them with realizing that you are the creator of your life. You can control a lot of things that you're experiencing. You don't have to feel like you're a victim. You don't have to feel like you're stuck. You don't have to feel like you're broken. You don't have to feel like life is just not fair to you. It's a lot of things that I hear from people, and I always try to give encouraging words and let them know that if today is not going the way you planned it, listen, you got a reset. Let's figure out, let's redo things. Let's sit down with ourselves and figure out, how can you do things differently tomorrow? Okay? Because like I say, it's going to continue to have ups and downs throughout life. And you just have to, just become aware of the things of how you can change things. I deal with things a lot better now than the way I used to. When things happen, anxiety, and it's just like, oh, something else. And then now it's like fearful thoughts, angry thoughts. It's just like, and you can't really think rational in that type of mindset. You can't think logically, and making decisions in a place where your mind is so full of thoughts. Just, the best thing to do is just take a few deep breaths and just tell yourself, everything is working out for me. Have some things that you could tell yourself that's positive to calm your nervous system down. Because, if you don't, our body is automatically equipped to kind of protect us. So it's going to have us make these, emotional decisions that you don't want to wind up regretting later on in life. So the best thing to do is, like I said, becoming self-aware. It have helped me, set up the balance that I required in my life. I'm still a work in progress. This is a lifetime journey. This is not something that you just, get to and then you just stop, or that is just become this overnight. I've been on this journey now for almost 2 years, 2021, about 2022, because I experienced a loss in 2021. So 2022, we're going into 2 years now. And I'm so grateful that I had a chance to awaken to a new way of living life. And I just felt like I just wanted to create more happiness and more peace and more joy and have more fulfillment, in my life. And it stopped me from, me. I give a lot, to things that I invest my energy in, and I was putting so much into things that wasn't, doing anything for me. So whether that was jobs I was working, relationships with friends, family, myself, it made, like back then it was, just making me put things that I wanted to work on the back burner. And also, like, I said, I didn't want to have this video too long, but, people pleasing, it just opened my eyes up to so much. And it just let me see that, yeah, throughout life, you're going to have your trials and tribulations, but life is simple, life is easy, and life is good. I grew up in a household where, it was a lot of fearful based decisions, and limited mindsets, and having a mindset of lack, and that's not the way life is. It was just a belief that was instilled in me that I carried throughout my life until I woke up. We all have a right to abundance. We all can live a fulfilling life. It just depends on the choices that we make in our everyday lives, and what we are aware of in our everyday life is how we get there. I was telling somebody the other day, you got two people, maybe one person, they both want to go to college. One person might be scared to go to college. They feel like college might not work out for them, and they start thinking about all the ways that how college can go wrong. Then you got the other person that's so eager to go to college and looking at all the abundant opportunities that they can be able to experience, out of this situation. And they looking, at the bright side of their future because they feel like, they're going to gain so much out of it. So we got two people both going to college, one looking at it in a limited mindset, a lack and a low mindset, a low vibrational energy, and you have somebody else looking at it in a high vibrational energy and feeling, excited and looking for the positive things that could come out of these experiences. So of course these two people is going to have two different experiences because both of their mindsets is in a different place. So it's proven, there's books out there, there's so much stuff out there that shows us that it starts with our mindset and what we choose to be aware of. And once we become to be aware of things, we can change them instead of trying to fix it by doing things outside of us. We have everything we need within us. We just have to believe it. And we are our own biggest cheerleaders. I tell myself this every day. I even still experience things that might try to lower my vibration, but it's my duties for myself to catch it, snap myself out of it, or just work through it. Sometimes I have to journal, sometimes I have to sit in meditation, sometimes I have to go get a workout in to release that energy. Whatever it is that you can find for yourself to do to get yourself out of that low vibrational state and help you get back up high, because we thrive when we're vibing high. And that's the goal. We want to vibe high. We want to feel good. We want to be happy. We want to be joyful. We don't want to be carrying around loads of past pain and pressure and things and experiences and circumstances. Cleanse. Work through that. Let it go. You are meant to live a beautiful life. And you just have to believe in it. And just take one step closer at a time and do what it is that you can do for yourself. Work on that mindset. Believe in yourself. Develop. And just sit down and see what it is that you can reevaluate. If something not going right in a particular area in your life, okay, sit down, write down the things that you're noticing. Do a self-evaluation for 48 hours. Evaluate yourself. And then once you write down the things that you want evaluated within yourself that kind of raise an eyebrow, like, oh, I didn't really know that I was doing this, or I didn't really know I was thinking like this, or I didn't really know that I was wasting this much time on this. Then, okay, clear it, figure it out, create a process, a plan, whatever it is that you got to do to move your life forward in that different direction. If it's something that you want to become, if it's something that you want to achieve, look at where you at, figure out the steps that's going to take you there, and get to it. And this is what I tell myself. Like I say, I'm still a work in progress. I noticed that this will help me come a long way in 2 years, and I'm so grateful. And if it takes for me to step outside of my comfort zone and get on this camera and face my fear of sitting here talking to a screen, I'm willing to do that if it's going to help at least one person notice something about themselves that can help them along their journey. So thank you so much for your time, and subscribe, hit the notification bell to just come back and chat with me on another video. Leave down in the comments and let me know your journey, if you're on a self-awareness journey or a self-discovery journey, and things that you have noticed that have helped you. Leave it down in the comments, because people come to the comment section and it might be something that you say that helps somebody along their day. We all are here for a reason. We all are here for a purpose, and that is to serve each other, and make life better for the greater good of all humans. And that's what I'm moving towards. This is what I'm passionate about, and this is where I'm headed. Like I say, I'm new to this YouTube thing, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. But we learn it as we grow, and just stepping outside that comfort zone and doing things. It's the year 2024. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got this. You got this. Everybody got this. Be blessed. Love, prosperity, abundance in the most highest forms. Have a wonderful day, you guys.